Supreme Rising Soldiers. It's your sister from another Mr. Lovely Fly Shy, and I am back with another one. In advance, you all, excuse me if my energy doesn't seem as high. We're working it out, all right? We are walking it out, most importantly. But I definitely feel like some energies or certain spirits are like trying to like attach to me, trying to deplete me of my energy, trying to derail me from the promise that I made to God, which is remaining on this path of righteousness, right? And so, yeah, you all. Ooh, I like this lighting. I'm gonna stand right here. But anyways, so let's talk, okay? I have to step out of the house because, like I said, energetically, I know it is time to get up out of there. But you know what? I'm not on my timing. You know, I got to do the work on my end, which is what I am doing. But ultimately, you know, it is divine timing that I'm waiting on to fall through, you know, in the circumstances and in the many different events and certain things that I face. And that's what we're going to touch on today, you guys. We're going to touch on gang-stalking, okay? I want to share a couple of experiences that I've just had most recently. And interestingly enough, my own horoscope even states that there is something that I have been basically tiptoeing around in terms of a subject matter, or in terms of using my throat chakra, you know, speaking my mind, voicing, you know, my truths, you know. And like I said, as of lately, I've just been feeling like there has been like a spirit, you know, trying to latch and attach onto me in an event to, all right, let me go back because now I can't see, but in an event to, you know, to block me, stop me, hinder me, to keep me up in my head. And so we'll touch on that as well. So basically, back to the point. Sorry, you all. I was just trying to see if the shade was going to be better, but the lighting is just the business right here. So anyways, yeah, as I was saying, there's just been different things that have been going on. I noticed that the gang stalking is certainly increasing as of late, just in terms of, you can notice this in the form of like road rage, people purposefully like doing things such as bumping into you, trying to get close enough to you to do so. You can notice people are trying to start petty arguments with you. It's just a lot of different energies, you know, this dark energy that is surrounding the planet, surrounding the atmosphere, as we, the light workers, the chosen ones, the divine ones, are here, you know, trying to spread truth, you know, live in our truth, live righteously, do right by God, you know, remain humble and keep our promise, most importantly, because the Most High God is keeping his promise, you know, his, her, it, whatever, you know. We're not going to get too deep into that, but the Most High is certainly keeping his promise, okay? And I just want you guys to know that, like, no matter what it is that you guys go through, whether, like, for example, with me, how I was just feeling, I was like feeling blah. Like, I had, you know, I did that video earlier, and then I put some videos or some readings up on the second channel, and then suddenly my energies just started feeling like blah. And, you know, I know it has a lot to do with just, you know, our spiritual gifts activating even more at this time and really and truly coming online, which is a beautiful thing, you all. It's really a beautiful thing. It's a beautiful time to be alive, you know, and to be awakened and evolve to the truth of this reality. Okay, so I didn't mean to sidebar that so long, but I just had to get that out. You know, we're just talking and walking, you guys. But back to the point, the gang stalking is certainly increasing, you all. And I've come to notice that this didn't really necessarily register in my mind before, but it is certainly registering now how much narcissism and gang stalking goes hand in hand. Okay. It's It's just like, wow. Hold on, you guys. Let me get out of here because I can't even see. Alright, let me get some sun. Alright, here we go. Yeah, I'm just starting to really and truly equate it to narcissism, because that's exactly what it is. Only, my apologies, you all. My phone had cut off right when I was getting to the good part, which was, anyone who is a soulless being, anyone who can do the things that they can do, or allow themselves to be used by the enemy, allow themselves to be used by the adversary, is certainly an agent indeed, and that's what's being made apparent to me. Like, that's what's being made clear. There's really no denying it. There's really no getting around this truth. And I feel like the closer and closer we get to our breakthrough, the closer and closer we get to God, the closer and closer we get to our destiny, our fate, is the more and more these situations will arise. I actually had a situation today. There was this lady, and I'm not even gonna front, I'm not as educated in this aspect of the gang stalking, which is the color strategies that they use to, like, attack you or something. I don't know. But there was this lady, and I'm coming back from the store, and she had on a pink robe, some pink house shoes. It was like a short pink robe, like that no sane person would have came out the house looking like that, out in public on a busy street, But needless to say, she came out, and she was speaking very, very loudly on her phone. And like how I'm holding my phone up, recording this video, that's how she was holding her phone. But I was under the impression she was Facetiming. So I didn't really pay it too much time, because one thing about this gang stalking is they will play tricks and tactics on your mind to have you lash out on people who aren't even perpetrators. Okay, they'll just have you lash out on random schmegler, regular people, all because of that paranoia, all because of that fear, all because of the different tactics and forms of warfare that they use against us, to trigger us into a reaction, basically. But again, I didn't pay it any mind. I just kept going on about my business. And then next thing I know, I noticed that I crossed the street, and she's on the same side of the street as me now, because initially she was on the opposite side of the street. And so I'm walking behind her, and I'm going through my alleyway, and she just stops. She just stops right there. Like, she just, boom, stopped. And then I was just like, and it was like she was trying to take up like a big space. To be a skinny, petite person, she was trying to take up a large space. I don't know what she was trying to do. Because another thing I'd like to add is that they do try to intimidate you. They try to use their presence to threaten you and make you feel a certain way. Okay? But anyways, she just stood there. So I was like, excuse me? And the way she looked at me when I said excuse me, she just gave me this look as if, like, to send me straight to hell if that's where I was going, She just gave me this very distorted, her face just distorted, and that's not the first time that I have seen that. While I'm saying, I got all my scruples, ain't nothing missing, all right, up there, all right? The elevator is working, the elevator going all the way to the top floor, all right? So that is not the first time that I have seen people's faces distort and shift, and you can see whatever is attached to them. You can see it on them. It's really wild, you all. Wicked even. But so as I'm continuing to walk through the alley, I noticed that she got even louder, and she started pointing her phone to me. And I was just like, what? And because I read energy very well, as I already stated, I was like, I know she ain't got no attitude because I simply said, excuse me, But again, that is to be expected. Okay, they want you to get so fed up that you lock yourself away from the world. They want you to isolate yourself. They want you to be afraid. They want, like I said, they want you to just lash out at everyone. They want you to be one of these people out on these corners. And this is no judgment here, but they want you to be one of these people out on these corners, having a mental cataclysm, basically, a mental breakdown. Okay? So that was one experience. Then, a couple of days ago, I was out and about, and I was getting food, and this man just randomly, like, I didn't even see him coming because I necessarily wasn't really paying attention. My head was in my phone, which I don't advise you all of doing that. When you're out in public, you gotta make sure you're paying attention to your surroundings and you have that awareness, really kicked in. But because I was in public, I was like, oh, I'm good, But nah, don't ever get too comfortable. Anyway, this man, he came up and he just like bumped me so hard on my shoulder to the point where it was like I was gonna fall down, and I was like, what the hell? And he just looked me up and down, and he was just like, he gave me this distorted look. There go the distorted looks. And he just looked me up and down, and he was just like, sorry, nonchalantly, and he just walked off. And had I been in one of my evolved state of mind, when I wasn't, in this point in my awakening, this point in my life, it probably would have been a different scenario. Probably would have been some harsh words exchanged, but I know that there is a time and place for everything. I realize that. But yeah, that's another experience. You can notice, like, for those of you who have experienced this, and my 7-year-old daughter actually pointed this out one day when we were walking to go get food right across the street. And there was this lady who was walking behind us, and I thought she was just like a homeless lady, no offense. And lo and behold, she had a damn phone, and she was recording me and my kids. Okay? And I haven't came on here talking about it because I was like, oh, people are gonna, but I can't keep being hung up on what people are gonna think or say, because people aren't experiencing this, are they? I am. And so with that said, that is why I am here to share this all with you all, to let you know that it's alive, it's well, it's real, it's really going on, it's really happening to people like you and me. And honestly, I would look at anyone that is not so-called, or perhaps, I don't know if they're tapped in or whatever the case is, but I would look at people that's, so-called chosen or whatever they call themselves to be, believers. If you ain't going through some sort of spiritual warfare, that's questionable, because you could certainly be an agent for the Matrix being used. Okay? But that's beside the point, you all. The whole point that I was trying to make, really and truly, is just to share with you all just some of the experiences that I've been going through, and I haven't been really talking about it, but that is why I'm here. I'm here to uplift, make you all knowledgeable on things that I have, taken the time out to research and gain knowledge and wisdom, and not only researching, but just that inner standing, that inner knowing that I come at you all with every day and share. But this wasn't intended to be a long video. I just want you all to know that it is alive and well. It is happening. Okay, you are not going crazy. You aren't crazy. Of course, the low vibrationals are going to assume you are, because they think that this is, well, why would someone want to follow you? Why would someone want to take pictures of you and your kids? What's so special about you all? That's how some people think. I remember I tried to open up to a person about this this was like last year, when I was really going through my dark night of the soul, after having gone through my shadow work process. And again, it's a process. It's an everyday process. And I was unhinging and unleashing a lot of childhood trauma. Okay? And during that time, I was being attacked heavily mentally, because a lot of these things that I had buried and that I thought, oh, just sweep this under the rug, I'm never talk about it again, I'm gonna never bring it up again, I'm gonna forget that it ever happened, things like that. This guy, he was driving so slow, just looking at me, just weird. Anyways, I was just thinking a whole bunch of things, you know. I was just like, I'm going through all of this. Here I am, 26 years old. I have 2 daughters of my own, and I come from a long line of severe trauma, things that I don't even really know how to put in words today. It was a lot, you guys. And so, when it finally came down to the come down, you know, and like I said, I was in this dark night of the soul where God was really breaking me all the way down. You know, I was being remade, because the process, God had started this process on me many times before in the past. You know, 2019 was a very significant year. A lot of the chosen ones awoke during that year, but I still backslid. Okay, I wasn't very serious. 2020, same thing. That was another significant year of the awakening. But all in all, it's just undeniable, you know. It really is, especially when you choose to do the work. Okay, you choose to heal in a world that popularizes toxicity, that coddles negativity, and that feeds on low vibrational emotions. And because you and I and the rest of our soul tribe, the rest of the soldiers on the front line with us, because we want to do something different, because we choose not to conform, because we choose to stand apart and speak truth. Okay, expose truth, expose darkness, no matter what it is and no matter who we are exposing it in. Okay, because we have accepted our own darkness. We have realized some deep truth, and we have had the epiphanies, the deep epiphanies of life. We understand, we understand, we overstand. Okay, so sorry you all, I'm crossing the street. But yeah, you know, this is what it is. This is what, you know, it's been for us since we were kids. Damn it. Sorry, you guys. But yeah, since we were kids, you know, constantly being the object of someone's abuse, the object of someone's ridicule. You know, someone was always trying to break our spirits, you know, drain our souls, you know, dim our light, all because they didn't have it, all because they seen and knew that there was something in us that they didn't have. And as for these gang stalkers, a lot of this just boils down to and goes back to the powers that be, really. The powers that be and those who sold out and attempted to sell you out and sacrifice you and so on, they're all in it together. People don't believe that people will really go behind the scenes and sell them out for some money. You know, you guys were chosen for a reason, okay? And everybody isn't going to understand, but it isn't meant for them to. Okay, if they had the eyes and ears, they'd be able to hear and see. But evidently they don't. And so for that reason, you all continue to fight the great fight. Stay positive. Constantly protect your energy. Protect your space. Okay? Set up boundaries. Definitely set up boundaries. Okay? You don't have to engage with negative people. Even if they try to put on an act just to extract you from your energy, you still don't got to deal with them. Okay? Well, I don't want to ramble now. I'm hungry. So I'm going to go and get something to eat. And yeah. So if you all enjoyed this video, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, share this video. Okay, if you know of any online gang stalking forums, please share this video to those forums, okay, to those online communities, to those online support groups, so that we can make people aware of the truth and of why this is really happening. And again, it has a lot to do with your bloodline. It has a lot to do with your destiny, who you were destined to be. All right, you ain't just anybody. You ain't just anybody. I'm telling you, when I'm walking around here, I know I'm not just anybody. I'm walking and I have this spirit of knowing I'm not just anybody. So I can't just be around everybody. I'm not just anybody, so I can't just accept any old thing. All right? Well, again, you all, I appreciate you for your continued love and support. And until next time, peace, love, and light.